You from the East Coast? Who's your
yeah.
top 5?
I'm gonna say like, well, the ones that people don't put on their top 5 is 50 and Cam. I'll put them on my top 5.
Yeah, that's my man.
And then Jay obviously is probably number 1, and then like Nas, I gotta put him on there.
No Tupac?
I love Tupac, but I feel like at some point,
What?
I don't know. I just feel like
Tupac is the influence of a lot of that.
Nah, you're right.
You got to take the influence. It starts to who influenced a lot of that shit downhill.
My number 5 is the only reason I stutter on it is because it's like, is it Tupac like it would have been for a long time, or am I ready to take that spot and cede it to Young Thug, because I feel like that's been the most important rapper of the last like
Thug
10 years to me.
But you can't put Pac. First of all,
I know,
Pac
it
should
doesn't
not be
sound
number
right.
5.
It doesn't
Pac should
sound
not be
right.
number 5. It's fucking nuts.
No, you're right. Yeah, I'll put Pac before 50 because 50.
Bro, you gotta have Pac up there. Pac even influenced Big fashionably. You gotta put Pac up there.
But I also just feel like it's really important to be
It's your
real.
top 5, whatever.
Who you've listened to the most and who meant the most to you during your life.
See, but that's
why everybody want to put M. It's like, yeah, I respect the shit out of M, but M is not in my top 5 for
if we
rappers
talking about
I've
lyrics,
listened to in my life.
If
no.
we talking lyrical,
oh, and
like
that's a whole different.
But it's all kind of. That's why I like the Facto show. My opinions is based on facts. If like remove the fact of who you listen to, who made you feel away, like who can you really identify as, nah, this is the fucking top 5. Even if you don't like their music, you could identify like, nah, they fucking fire.
But I don't really care about like who's empirically the best at rapping, or like who empirically has like the best albums. No, it's about like who made me feel.
Right,
however
so you personalize it.
Yeah, I feel like you have to, because otherwise it's like, what are we even talking about?
I listen to a lot of shit, and I know like who's fucking dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And like even where I do like his points is your style, your voice, your lyricism, your not your wordplay, but like how much truth is in your music, because you can make up shit. It's easy to make up shit. Like I like do that type of point system. And then that's how I come up with your influence. Like, that means a lot. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that. I almost wish my top 5 was more unorthodox, because there's been so many rappers I love throughout the years. Like, when I think about all these years I spent loving, Eazy-E. And it's like, I don't, but at the end of the day, it's like, can I really put Eazy-E on that list?
If you put top 5 gangster rappers, you could put Eazy-E, because he kind of set that shit off.
And even when I think about Cameron, it's like, I love Cam, but like, how long was Cam's run in comparison to some of these other rappers? Because if you have a rapper who had like 4 crazy albums versus a rapper who had 10 crazy albums, that's why I have a hard time with the Biggie thing. Like, yes, Biggie had 2 of the best rap albums of my life, but it's 2 albums and one came out after he died. So am I really going to compare a person with 2 albums to
You
like,
could, of course.
You can, but it's just a lot harder to compete when you got 2 albums versus...
You do that average. It's like, yo, if you played 5 games and you scored 50 points every game, and you played 100 games and you only scored 25 points, you're better in those 5 games. That's a fact. But Cam, you could definitely move Cam up, because he had, fuck the albums, Cam had the mixtapes.
Yeah,
those mixtapes are legendary.
Because when I think about 50, it's like, most of my 50 fandom was mixtapes and then like
Guess
2
who's
albums.
Back? Guess who's back? And shit like that.
But then the 2 albums, because like even by like the
Yeah.
3rd album, I'm kind of starting to check
Like
out.
you heard it, yeah, that's a
You
fact.
know?
The shit with the drawings and all that shit. I was like,
Well, the
yeah, I know.
Massacre was cool, but then like the shit after that, I just started.
I remember I bought Curtis because I wanted him to win over Kanye.
There's a part of me that wants,
but
but there's a part of me that wants to put Jada in my top 5.
you could.
But I don't know if I could do
it's
the
lyric-
calculus to put him above Nas and shit. You know?
It's just, oh fuck. They got their styles are so different. We got to get like a real rating system, and like I think they show like Kool Moe Dee had did this. Some rapper did it, and I'm like, oh shit, I've been doing that in my mind. But if we put like a real point system, like remember NBA Jams, and you really could get a real Madden score of that, then it'd make sense, because it's like a formula to it. And that should have really, then you could really, there's no debating. You remember how they...
But sports is like that. And rap is like...
Even that TV show, they got the shit where they have the Warriors and they show scientifically what their blade is going to be like this. Like, you could scientifically break down and say, if this rapper doesn't use the same word in his whole fucking song or verse, he's fucking nice. If you use the same word, if you use a bunch of curses that's taken up, you're not lyrically nice.
But my thing, too, is like... 50 being so important to me clearly has something to do with the fact that I was like 17, 18, graduating high school. Like the music from that time period of your life feels so fucking important. And in comparison, like Run DMC were amazing. I was a small child. I didn't really understand their contribution the same way that like 50, I felt him coming out because I actually was kind of a grown pause.
Yeah.
I was just like a grown up. Like I got it. I got it for what it was.
Yeah, and music always sounds better when you ain't got no fucking bills and you chilling and you living off your parents and shit.
And
so
when you haven't,
I remember that.
When you haven't heard it a million times, because like I'm 38. It's like if I hear a fire rapper tomorrow, it's like for sure he's dope, but he also has to compete with like 30 years of me listening to other rappers. Whereas early in my life, when I first heard Doggy Style, nothing will ever hit me the way that Doggy Style did.
Yeah.
Because it was just because it was just so raw.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
The girls are pausing me.
Hey, yo, that was nuts.
It's all girls pausing me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank y'all.
But
man.
like,
I missed that one. Thank y'all.
I don't know if any album could ever have that effect on me that had at that time. All right, guys, so the No Jumper Clips channel right here. Make sure you subscribe. We just blasted past 30,000 subscribers. Our next goal is 50,000 subscribers. Please help us out and hit that red button. Thank you.